A pleasant good evening and welcome to Charger Stadium on the campus of Heritage Hall High School for your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. Tonight, the Chargers play host to the Millwood Falcons. And hi again, everybody. I'm Steve Marshall. Mr. Dion Amade is alongside. We're very excited to be here. Weather is fantastic here for football in Oklahoma. And tonight, the Chargers and the Falcons. Looks like it could be a good one.
It looks like it could be a really good one, Steve. Every year it feels like we get to take place in this matchup, and they never disappoint. Very excited to see both these ball clubs get after it. We talked to their head coaches before the game. We asked them both, what's your identity for this football team in 2025? Both of them said, we don't know. Still early in the season, both of them looking to find their identity. Hopefully they can find it on this Friday night.
One thing we do know are some of the players to watch. And let's start off again with the visitor. What about the Falcons? Who are we going to watch there?
Yeah, we're going to look for Mr. Keys, okay? Anthony Keys is a player that is dynamic. He is great with the football in his hands. We talked to the coaching staff on the other side, Heritage Hall, and they said, key player, who are you looking to stop? You got to tackle number 2. They said if we tackle number 2, we can have some success. On the other side for the Falcons, if they can get him loose and have some success with him offensively, they could be looking at a win.
And then for the homestanding Chargers, of course, we're going to talk about a guy that doesn't leave the field.
Doesn't leave the field at all. Porter England is a dynamic wide receiver and linebacker for this Chargers bunch. He is phenomenal in that area. Leading wide receiver already early in this season. He brings the juice, he brings the spunk, he brings everything for this Chargers football team. Hopefully he can bring it tonight.
All right, we'll take an opening timeout. We'll come back and we'll get the keys to the game and we'll get ready to kick it off. Coming up next, Millwood and Heritage Hall on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
All right, welcome back, everybody. As you can see, the Chargers taking the field here as we get ready for tonight's Keys to the Game. They're brought to you by Oklahoma Operation Lifesaver. Together, we can save lives at railroad crossings and on train tracks. Go to www.oli.org. Dion, break it down.
Yeah, real quick, Millwood, they want to get outside. Use the perimeter right here on the offense and then use that speed. Kind of goes hand in hand, and then hang around. You just want to hang around with this Heritage Hall team until the fourth quarter and then make your move. On the opposite side for Heritage Hall, contain the Falcons. They know they're athletic. They know they have speed. They want to contain them. Number 2, win in the trenches. That defensive line, that offensive line, they got to make sure they take care of business. They didn't do that a couple of weeks ago, and that's what cost them the game. They want to take care of that this week. And then number 3, protect Ferris. you got to protect your guy. If you protect the QB, you're going to be sitting upright. It makes for a very easy game for the offense. So hopefully they do that. Take care of those keys to the game, Steve.
All right, there you have it. Brought to you by Operation Lifesaver. And we are now ready to kick it off. The Falcons will kick it away to the Chargers as we are about ready to go here at Pop Murray Field. Got a chance to visit with Brett Bogert, the head coach now in his 11th year at Heritage Hall, and his dad, who I guess is the offensive coordinator, stopped by to say hi as well. Good to see Andy Bogert, too. Here we go. Kicking it off, Millwood. Kick to the far right side of the field is going to be taken at about the 8-yard line. Good coverage by the Falcons. Flag flies in. And we'll wait and see what the story is on that. Terrence Johnson was the ball carrier on the play.
Johnson was really indecisive if he should pick that one up or let it go out of bounds. It kind of landed in a spot where he had no choice but to pick it up and go. And good job by the Falcons getting down there and pinning them inside the 20.
So the referee gathers. There's your officials for tonight. Corey Inman. Sam Stingley is your umpire. J.D. Elwood, the head linesman. The line judge is Trey Elwood. And Brody Inman is your back judge. So we got a little family affair going on there, it looks like.
Try to keep it all in the family. I mean, this is a family-type game. Got the head coach and the offensive coordinator, father, son.
Legal participation against the Chargers.
So Heritage Hall going to be hit with a penalty on the opening kickoff.
5-yard penalty.
The legal participation was the call on that. Not really sure what that was, but they will start at the 6-yard line deep in their own territory. Let's see how they want to play it. Their quarterback, as you can see there, number 16, that is Tegan Lawson. First play, running side, left side, going to get good yardage on the first down carry.
That is number 3, Gerard Williams, and I was looking for that in this game, Steve. And that's somebody who they're going to try to intentionally get the football to a lot tonight. Gerard Williams is a Tulsa commit, big-time athlete, great, phenomenal player at the high school level. They're going to have to find ways to get him more involved in this ball game.
This time they try the middle, and Millwood stuffs it. Maybe did well just to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Max Everett with the carry in the middle of the defense right there. Good job by Millwood, though, clogging things up and getting a big tackle.
Everett's had 29 carries in these first 2 games. Running play is going to be enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains on the far side of the field. Opening drive.
You can see Heritage Hall going real tempo to start this ball game, trying to catch Millwood slipping.
Pass play. Here comes the blitz from the far side. It's a screen pass, but well read. And the tackle made there by number 26, Larry Grizzard. As we take a look at the Ortho Central starting lineups here for this evening. As you can see, Andrew Golden, Ryan Bullock, Cooper LeClaire, David Griffin, Goodwin, also Williams, England, and the rest. Ortho Central, don't let an injury make you miss a single play. Call the experts at Ortho Central.
That time the ball carrier number 19, Walker Waddell, excuse me.
Spreading those carries out here in the early going. It's a 3rd different ball carrier. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Chargers play. Middle screen. Looks like he went the wrong way. Good tackle there by number 60. That's Donovan Rice, the junior for Millwood.
Although Heritage Hall got 1 first down on this early drive, this Millwood defense has been pretty impressive, especially getting a lot of penetration there from the defensive line position. They've ran a lot of screens trying to catch them, you know, in their aggressive mode, but they've done a good job of rallying to the football.
Kick it away for Heritage Hall. Millwood should get good field position. Great punt. Going to hit it about the 48-yard line, roll into Millwood territory, and stop dead at the 47. That's where the Falcons will have it 1st and 10. We played just over 2 minutes so far. Opening drive, Heritage Hall did get a first down, as Dion said, but that was it. And had to punt it away. And you said one of the keys to the game is Anthony Keys.
Yes, it certainly is, as he's in that starting lineup over there for Millwood.
Kendall Young, Vick, Hogan, Rice, Conley, Keys, Robinson, Ray, Smith, Robinson, and Bly. And again, it's brought to you by Ortho Central. Call the experts at Ortho Central for more information. They've taken care of me in the past, and they will certainly take care of you.
Yeah, Anthony Keys there. He's not going to be hard to miss. He's got the highlighter gloves with the highlight towel hanging out the back pocket. Got to have a towel, Steve. Got to be swaggy out there.
You would know. Missed fumble. Dropped it. Couldn't get his momentum back. Lost it. And it's picked up there by number 34, Rhett Davis. He was tackled on the screen pass, and then he gets the ball right back.
Yeah, it's number 13. Donnie Bly, the young quarterback, he never gets control of that ball from center. The snap was, he was trying to take it in and hand it off all at the same time, and he never controlled possession. And luckily enough for the Heritage Hall Chargers, number 34, Davis is able to jump right on it.
First play, wide out screen, caught. Good running yardage, getting down into the secondary. Along the sideline, could he go? Did he step out? Doesn't look like it. It's going to be a touchdown, Chargers. Taking it the distance, number 3, Gerard Williams Jr.
Does he have speed or does he have speed, Steve?
He turned it on.
I'm telling you, it was a point of emphasis. They were talking about it when we were down there with Coach Bogert. They said, hey, we need to find a way to get number 3, Gerard Williams, the ball more. He is our best athlete on the field, and he needs touches. And this game, they have shown that they're trying to find ways to get him the ball. Started off the game with a quick jet sweep, handing the ball, and this time just a quick screen after the turnover. He takes that thing to the other side of the field and shows off the speed to outrun some angles from some defensive backs and get into the end zone for the Charger touchdown.
Extra point attempt. Kick is on the way, but whistles blew before they got going. It looks like it's going to go for 2 now.
Penalty is offside against the Falcons.
Falcons were offside, so that'll move it closer to the goal line. But Bogert says, okay, let's go for 2 in this situation. Yeah, that was quite a run there by Gerard Williams Jr. He's a senior, 6 foot. They list him at 164, and that's built like a sprinter, I would say.
Yeah. If it doesn't sound like it, he sure showed it.
So now they'll go for 2 in the backfield. There's Nash Iser. He'll get the carry, go off the left side, and walk into the end zone for an easy 2-point conversion. So the Chargers get the ball for the first time, and they go on top and lead it by a score of 8-0. We'll be back with the kickoff. Stay with us.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Attention! A popular weed killer has been linked to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Gardeners, farm workers, landscapers, and anyone heavily exposed to this weed killer may be at risk of developing cancer. If you or a loved one were exposed to weed killer and diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call Sokolov Law now at 800-584-7614 for a free legal consultation. 800-584-7614. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And by the Brooks Clinic. They offer walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City auto injury experts. Call 405-943-0303. And welcome back, everybody. You see the score. Heritage Hall had the ball first and ended up having to punt. And then the very first snap for Millwood, they fumbled it. Just a freshman quarterback. Their quarterback from last year transferred to Putnam City. So they lost their quarterback. Got a freshman starting. Couldn't handle the snap. And the very first play after the turnover results in a touchdown, and that's where we stand right now. 8-0, Heritage Hall on top, ready to kick it away.
Here's the question. How does this Millwood bunch answer back? I mean, you get adversity to start the game, and then now you get the ball back. Are you going to still harp on the moment, the devastating moment of the first play of your offensive snap, or are you going to rally and come back and get out here with a vengeance?
Take it all the way back to about the 1 yard line. Bringing it out for Millwood is number 2. That's Keys. And he's going to not get real far, back to about the 10, 11 yard line. And he's taken down by the Heritage Hall special teams. There's a look at the young man that hopes to get the offense going for Millwood. These two clubs, Millwood state champs in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2006, and in 16 and 17. Darwin Franklin is their head coach. He's in his 13th year. Overall record of 123 and 27. They've got 3 consecutive runners-up to Washington. And here we go from scrimmage. Little rollout. Fly this time. Going to go forward, but only for about a yard.
Yeah, just a nice rollout pass there. Good job getting what they could get, but even better job defensively of coming up and making that tackle.
And we got a timeout. We'll reset the play clock. Get it rolling. So a 2nd and 9 coming up for Millwood. They'll send Kevon Shields out wide to the near side. Dropping the throw. Quick little swing pass. Had he caught it, that was incomplete, I thought, but no whistle. Are they going to call that a lateral? Yeah, they're going to call it incomplete.
A little confused. I mean, you didn't hear a whistle.
No.
It definitely was a forward pass. It was behind the line of scrimmage, but ball was moving forward. So they're going to call it incomplete.
So that'll bring up 3rd down.
Excuse me, Steve, but would have liked to see the quarterback let that play develop a little bit. You saw the defensive end was screaming upfield, kind of didn't put his running back in a position where he could have success even if he caught that pass.
So 3rd down coming up. 3rd and 9 officially. Out of the shotgun. Falcons send a man in motion to the far side. Gives them trips to the right, dropping the throw. The young freshman pass is complete, but it's going to be well shy of the first down yardage needed. All the way out to the 29-yard line, but he needed to get it to the 33. That'll bring up 4th and 4.
That's just a good job defensively as a defensive back, knowing what you have behind you, knowing that it's a long 3rd down, just keeping everything in front of you, getting a quick completion, but in front of the chains, and getting off the field.
So 4th down. Punting situation for the Falcons. Good snap. Good kick. Line drive going to be taken right at the 45-yard line by number 7. That is Terrence Johnson. Not going to get too far.
Great tackle by number 26, Larry Gazard.
Standings brought to you by Oklahoma Baptist Home for Children. Visit obhc.org for more information. You see Plainview and Anadarko up there at the top. Heritage Hall's only played the 2 games. Their defeat of Clinton and then their loss to Lincoln Christian. And you see the rest of the teams, North Rock Creek, Kingfisher, Star Spencer, Pauls Valley, and Purcell in Class 3A. And somebody jumped early.
Yeah, it looks like it was number 0, Denver Young.
So bring it back, and that'll make it 1st and 5 now. They're in Millwood territory at the 43-yard line. Snap, handoff. Up the middle. They get the ball there to Max Everett.
Good job by the offensive line, opening up that big hole over there on the right side. Enough for the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage now, the 38-yard line in Falcon territory. Quarterback is Tegan Lawson. Takes the snap, handoff left side. Starts inside, then bounces it outside. That's going to be a nice gain for Iser. Gets about 4, maybe 5 on the carry. Call it 4.
Anthony Keys with the tackle, showing off that speed on the defensive side of the football as well.
Chargers with 80 consecutive district wins. How about that?
Impressive.
Second and 7 is the call. Lawson dropping the throw, wants to go back against the grain. Got a receiver wide open out there. It's Davis again. And Davis is going to rumble forward, get the 1st down.
You can kind of see what this Heritage Hall offense is trying to do, trying to catch Millwood sleeping and use their aggression and their speed against them. You see a bunch of screen passes that have been called early in this 1st quarter. These last 3 series, you've seen screen, jet sweeps, and then you've seen so many other plays happen with those short bursts where you're trying to get the defensive line to come upfield.
New set of downs, 1st and 10. Rolling to his right, going up top, throwing, but too high, intended out there for Gerard Williams Jr. Incomplete, stops the clock with 5:45 left to go here in this 1st quarter of play. And a holding call against Heritage Hall.
Yeah, Millwood sends a blitz over there in that B gap on their left side. And it doesn't get home in time, but it gets there in enough time to kind of fluster Lawson and throw an ill-advised pass.
There you see Lawson's early stats, 4 of 5. That's good. 53 yards and a 1st and 20 now is the story for Heritage Hall. From the Millwood 37-yard line. Man in motion, gets the handoff. Now he's going to throw a little play action pass downfield. Got a receiver, and all kinds of flags are going to fly on that one. The receiver had beaten the secondary, but the ball was underthrown. And then coming back to make the catch, but unable to because the defensive back was going back there a little too late.
It was unfortunate, though, because it was well covered. It was well covered by the defensive back, but when the ball gets in the air, he kind of panics and kind of face guard and draws the pass interference call. He had help over the top as well. Take a look at this right here. It's just a jet sweep reverse pass. You can see it's a underthrown. Good job by Williams. I mean, he's not the quarterback by trade, so he gets the ball down there. But you can tell, look, defensive back just panics and doesn't see that he has help and the ball's overthrown. You got to get your head back.
Well, he had gotten
in that situation.
Yeah, Thomas had gotten wide open. I mean, he was a good 5-6 yards beyond the defensive back. Quick little square out to the far side, caught by Thomas. Thomas, a sophomore, 6'3", 195 for Heritage Hall.
That's a big sophomore.
On the Millwood 13-yard line now, that's where they'll put it in play, trying to add to their 8-0 lead here in this first quarter. Different running back in the backfield most every play, it seems. Here comes the handoff to the near side. Give the ball this time to number 19. That's Walker Waddell.
Good job by Waddell, breaking a couple of tackles before going down.
Johnson.
Turns what could have been a play for no gain, turns it into 2 yards.
So 2nd and 8 now. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Wide to the left is Gerard Williams Jr. 2 receivers out to the right side. In the backfield, number 23, that is Iser. He's going to get the handoff and go out to the far side. Looking for the running room. Doesn't get a lot, maybe 2-3 yards at the most. And that'll bring up 3rd and about 5.
Good job getting to the outside is Carter Ray, number 7, the sophomore defensive back. Forcing a 3rd and long for the Chargers.
So let's see what Heritage Hall dials up here. 3rd down and 6 from the 9. Looks, can't find a receiver, now going to run it. Takes it to the far side, getting to the corner. Did he get in? Doesn't look like they're going to say he got in, but he's right down in close. Good job there by the quarterback, Tegan Lawson.
Yeah, I thought he had a wide receiver open on the sideline, but I think he saw a defensive back close enough that he could make the play, and so instead he uses that wide receiver as a shield to come up and pick up a decisive,
upon further review, they ruled it a touchdown.
Yeah.
So now they'll go for the extra point. Lawson goes in for the touchdown. Extra point attempt on the way. Punched up, and it is up and good. So the Chargers go on top now by a score of 15-0 with 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit. So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on Your View.
Welcome back. There you can see the homestanding fans here for the Heritage Hall Chargers. Number of state championship flags flying high. They do it up right here. You can hear the music in the background. Fans excited. Good crowd here. And right now they like what they see. Chargers on top, leading at 15-0.
Yeah, they certainly have. Doing a lot of it with passes behind the line of scrimmage and getting that running game going. Millwood's going to have to find a solution defensively. They're doing a good job of getting penetration, but still find themselves in tough situations on 3rd down.
All right, so get ready to kick it off once again. And taking care of the kicking duties is Bo Butler. He's a junior. We'll wait for him to approach the football and drive it away. Looks like it was an onside kick attempted.
Yeah, that's a great job by number 22, Keontae Grizzard. They're just coming up, being aggressive and getting that ball, not being afraid of the situation. Heritage Hall trying to, again, catch the Falcons off guard.
They weren't off guard.
21 skunk.
He was looking for that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Coach Darwin Franklin, told you about him. 13th year at Millwood. Preseason ranked number 5 in Class 2A. Heritage Hall was number 4 in 3A. And the first play from scrimmage, running play. Keys gets the call. Picks up a couple. Got to get something sustained on offense for Millwood.
Yeah, they got to get this running game going. I think they've tried to utilize the running game as far as letting everybody think that they're going to go with the pass and get things out on the perimeter. But between the tackles, getting Keys downhill is going to be a positive thing if they just stick with it.
All right, second down, call it 8. Falcons with the football. Keys gets the handoff, and he is stopped about a half yard. That's about it. Millwood defensive front right there collapsing and not allowing any alley to run through.
Great penetration. I think the initial was Golden, number 58, who got back there and created some havoc in the backfield for Keys, making him a little indecisive and having to make a move early. And then a number of his defensive linemen were able to come up and make a play, forcing a 3rd and long for the Falcons. Let's see if they can get out of this situation here.
3rd down and 9. Falcons with the football. Keys goes in motion to the right side. Looking downfield, going to throw the pass. Little too far out in front of him. Incomplete. Dion was pointing that way the whole time.
Yeah, he was open.
Yeah, he was.
He was open. Here's the thing. He's a check down, but he out-leverages the linebacker and gets upfield a little bit, and he's in a nice little spot, a nice little honey hole in that zone defense, and the quarterback just leads him a little too far, and it's an incomplete pass.
And that will bring up 4th down for the Falcons, 4th and 9 from their own 47-yard line, so a punting situation. Snap is back. Kick is away. Taken care of there by Denver Young. Here comes the return for the Chargers. Good team tackle there by Millwood. They'll get it back out to about the 35-yard line, and that's where the Chargers will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and it looks like there's a flag on the field. We'll see what that is. But I tell you what, one of the things that's pretty impressive about this Millwood team is they're getting after the football. Okay, when they're being aggressive, I like the way that they run to the football early in this contest. Let's see if it continues as the evening goes on.
Waiting for the official call here. With 2:04 left to go in our first quarter of play. Chargers didn't do anything in their first 2 possessions, but they've scored in their last 2. All right, so it looks like we're going to repunt as both teams were charged with the personal foul. So erase that from all your statistic keeping. And we'll do it all over. Do you change your call now? Do you maybe fake it, go for something?
Nah, not the way that your defense has been playing early in this game. I think you try to play that field position battle.
Good snap. Short kick to the far side. Takes a Millwood bounce and goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's about the 25-yard line. So the Chargers will look to continue their offensive dominance here in this first quarter of play. They scored at the 9:18 mark and then again at the 3:45 mark.
Yeah, and I love what the coaches are doing offensively for the Chargers, kind of being consistent, running the ball, and then finding quick ways to get the ball in their playmakers' hands.
Quarterback is Tegan Lawson. Drops the throw, pump fake, now looks to the other side, and he's going to go deep. Going up top, far side, it's caught. Reception made by Trip Thomas. He takes the would-be tackler a little bit downfield, and it's a first down for the Chargers.
That's a great job by Thomas, high-pointing the football in the air and coming down with it. Defensive back had a play on it, but because he attacks it and catches it at the highest point, he can't make a play. Just a great job and a great athletic performance on the outside by the wide receiver.
They list him at 6'3", 195. Just a sophomore. I'd say he's got a future.
Yeah, I'll say.
Dropping the throw again, screen pass. This one's going to get some good yardage and a nice tackle, but a flag thrown right at the point as the helmet comes off number 9, Benjamin Franklin, with the tackle there.
That was a good tackle, good decisive tackle by the young man, Franklin. But again, another one of those screens, Steve, to kind of use the speed against the Millwood defense and get upfield and gain a big chunk of yards. It looked like they're walking this one back.
Chargers called for holding, so they'll bring it back. So negate the last play. Brett Bogert patrolling the sidelines for the Chargers. So we'll do it all over again. From the 40-yard line in Millwood territory, swing pass to the right side. Complete, caught there by Porter England. Breaks a tackle, gets downfield all the way to about the 10-yard line, showing why he was a player to watch. We got another flag down.
Before they say what this flag is, I mean, still a good play call. It makes it even better play call because of the blocking on the outside by the Heritage Hall wide receivers. They did a good job, man-to-man, getting hands on the wide receivers, defensive backs.
So, negate that play. We've had that a few times already this evening. Let's see if we can get the holding there.
Yeah, let's see who they call it on. It looks like it's on number 3.
Looks like he might have had him by the face mask, too.
Gerard Williams is the culprit.
Another look. Let's see right there on the left. No doubt about that. So penalties becoming a bit of a bugaboo. Handoff. Tries the right side. Gets a couple of yards, not much.
All right, let me ask you this question, Steve. I mean, we talked about keys for the game, especially for Heritage Hall. They wanted to be better in the trenches, meaning the line of scrimmage. As far as this offense of set goes with Heritage Hall's offensive line and Millwood's defensive line, who's winning this battle right now?
Well, right now, you'd have to say Heritage Hall is. They've been able to come up with some big, long runs. Millwood's made a couple of nice plays, but you have to look at the overall picture. Swing pass here is going to lose yardage, and that'll probably be the final play of our first quarter. And that will do it. We have finished one quarter of this game, and right now it's Heritage Hall on top. They lead Millwood by a score of 15-0 on your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week.
Hey, airline travelers, let's say you have a problem and you need to change or cancel an existing airline reservation. What do? Well, Skywatch is a free service that can help anyone with any airline reservation fix it. Whether you want to cancel it, change your dates, or add passengers, we can help fix your airline reservations so you get exactly what you need. We've updated our computer database and now have access to every airline around the globe. So now you can make one phone call regardless of who booked your airline tickets, and we'll change it, cancel it, and fix it for you. We know the insider secrets to fixing reservations that the airlines don't want you to know about. So if you need to cancel, change, or modify an existing airline reservation, call Skywatch right now. It's a free call, so let us fix it for you.
call 855-642-8506. That's 855-642-8506. 855-642-8506.
We are back here at Heritage Hall. Chargers on top, leading it by a score of 15-0. Millwood has not been able to come up with much offense. Heritage Hall has scored 2 of the 3 times they've had the football, and they look to be on the march once again. 3rd and 15, however. Let's see what they call here. Dropping the throw. Down the middle. Defense is there, and a flag is out.
Flag, it looks like it's in the vicinity of pass interference, but I'm going to need to see it.
I know, I kind of thought it was just incidental contact.
See another look at that, because I thought that flag might have been not warranted.
Okay.
I didn't even see the tip. I just thought the play of the defensive back, I thought it was enough. Look, I mean, you got to allow both players to go for the football. And in that situation, I think he was kind of breaking on the football in that.
Yeah. Number 9 for Millwood got a hand on the football. That was Benjamin Franklin again. So that'll bring up a 4th and 15 situation for Heritage Hall. They're in Millwood territory, and they need to get all the way down to about the 27. Dropping the throw. Looking downfield, now throwing to the near side. Caught. That's going to be first down yardage and then some. On the reception, number 2. And Max Everett comes up with the reception, another sophomore wide receiver.
I was really surprised that they went for it on 4th down over there, but good job by Max to kind of get up the field and get enough of that first down for the Chargers.
So a new set of downs for Heritage Hall. Ball at the 20-yard line. Lawson hands up the middle. Iser with the carry will get a couple of yards, not much. We're just underway here in the second quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Your View. See what the Chargers come up with here. Looking now at a 2nd down and 7. A look into the eyes of the young quarterback. Dropping the throw, looking, patient. You could see he saw a wide receiver wide open, and he gets it to England for the touchdown, and Heritage Hall on the scoreboard once again.
Just a great job and great protection by the offensive line. Good vision by the quarterback, seeing the wide receiver right inside that soft spot of that zone defense, and just puts the ball right on the money. And England, all he has to do is lean forward and get in that end zone.
So England into the end zone. He was one of our players to watch. In for the extra point attempt. On the way is up, and it didn't make it through. It wasn't pretty, but it was good. So 22-0 now. Chargers on top as you take a look at that last touchdown.
I'm shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. Select Quote. We shop, you save.
Welcome back, everybody. We are happy to be bringing you all the action tonight from Pop Murray Field. There's a good look at the evening sunset. What a beautiful night it is, too. And a 22-0 lead for the Chargers as Porter England catches a 17-yard pass from Lawson. Butler with the extra point, and the Chargers well in control.
It's not often, Steve, that we're in the elements. Well, if we have to be, outside witnessing this terrific game right now, I'm glad that the weather's doing what it's doing, and I hope it doesn't stop.
As long as they schedule it for September, that's good. But
yeah. If you got any November games, don't expect your boy to be happy that he's sitting outside.
All right, so the Chargers very dominant in their role so far this evening. Here comes the kick. Away in the end zone, automatic touchback. And that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Millwood as they try to get some offense going. They've not been able to do much so far. Of course, a lot of that has to do with the defense that Heritage Hall is playing. But Coach Franklin, Millwood coach, told us before the game they don't have a whole lot of experience returning.
No, they don't. And it's going to be trial and error right now, trying to figure out who are the guys that they can kind of rely on. They mentioned that they only had 5 guys with kind of varsity experience coming into this season, and so they're all learning and growing together. Hopefully they can kind of have some success and build some confidence together as well.
Last week, Lawton Eisenhower had only 10 seniors. This week, Millwood has 9. So a heavy underclass presence for the Falcons. Here's a running play up the middle. We'll get a couple of yards. Hand off there to Keys.
Good tackle by Nash Iser, excuse me. Because there was a hole there for Keys on that right side.
Falcons now face a 2nd down and 8. Line of scrimmage at their own 22-yard line. Motion to the near side, running the opposite way. Keys again, fighting, struggling. He worked hard to get 3 or 4 yards.
Yeah, and half the battle was fighting his own offensive line. Somebody, in the hole, he's trying to shove him to keep him moving forward. Go find somebody to block so I can keep going, buddy. But a good chunk of yards picked up there on 2nd down, making a very manageable 3rd.
3rd, call it 5 for the Falcons now. Nothing else. They just want to keep the ball out of the Chargers' offense hands. Movement, no flags up front. Play clock down to 5. 3, 2, 1. Boy, they just barely got it off. Handed off, fighting forward, and he's got it. 1st down, good effort by Keys in the backfield.
Man, for a freshman quarterback, that was very savvy with the play clock. He didn't panic. He wasn't, too hasty with it. Just calmly got the play change from the coaching staff and then moved the ball down the field and operated the play. And Keys kind of does the rest with his strong running and picking up the 1st down, and he's going to exit the ball game right now. That's their first down of the game.
So a new set of downs from their own 33-yard line. Falcons would like to extend that, get some points on the board. Rolling out to the right side. Pass, nice catch. Reached up and grabbed it very nonchalantly. Number 7 is Carter Ray.
And that's another player that the coaching staff circled to start this contest. They said number 7, Ray, is a dynamic wide receiver, especially as a deep threat. This time he's coming across the field, gives his quarterback a nice spot to put the ball in, and good job by the freshman Bly of putting that one on the money and giving his guy Ray a toe tap on the sideline.
Give him 7 on the first down carry. 2nd and 3 for the Falcons. Straight ahead run. Another first down. Looks like it. And it is. So the Falcons starting to put together something offensively.
I like what they're doing here, running the ball, being aggressive, and then getting their quarterback on the move, letting him be an athlete and find some wide receivers down the field. See if they open up this playbook a little bit or if they stay with the kind of conservative play calling.
New set of downs from their own 44-yard line. Little reverse. Get it in the hands there of number 7, Carter Ray. Didn't get a lot.
Great job by the defense from the Chargers. Really love to see that. It looked like it was number 58, Golden, who was the first guy to kind of keep contained on the outside. Look at them set the edge here, forcing Ray to have to cut it back, and then nothing but help on the inside as a host of Chargers bring him down for minimal gain on first down. Good job.
Keys with the carry. And he'll get about 2 yards.
Yeah, he just got drugged down from behind. It looked like it was Kurtz, the one that pulled him down, because there was some room ahead of him.
So a big third down coming up for Millwood. Try to keep this drive alive, keep their hopes alive.
Yeah, for them it's kind of 3rd and long, 3rd and 6. A lot of their third down in this drive has been manageable, and they could run and get it, but see what they draw up here.
Play clock again down to 3. 2, and they're not going to get the play off.
And it looked like there was some confusion by the quarterback. He's looking to the sideline and trying to figure things out, but we'll see.
Timeout on the field, 22-0. Heritage all on top, and we'll be right back.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView, or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody. 3rd and 6 for the Falcons. At their own 48-yard line. Big down right here. With 6:58 left to go before halftime. Falcons down 22-0. Throw over the middle is caught right at the first down marker. They're going to give it to him. Nice play there and reception by Carter Ray.
That's an excellent job by that young freshman quarterback. I mean, he sees the safety kind of roll down once they go in motion, and you can see that safety player, he's the flat. So you have a window inside the seams between the safety in the flats and the safety in the middle of the defense. He hits him, gets the ball tipped, but still lands in Ray's hand and gets the completion and converts on a big third down. That's a big check mark. That's a big pass of the test for the freshman quarterback.
No question about that. Donnie Bly is your QB, your young freshman, as Deion's telling you. Here's a handoff to Keys. That's going to get dropped in the backfield. Loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, big tackle by number 74, back there making the first play. And I don't have a 74 on my roster. Well, excuse me, Walker. I see his name right there, the sophomore defensive lineman, 6'2", 238. Riley Walker.
So 2nd and 14 now for the Falcons.
Looks like a little bit of a linebacker blitz. Millwood trying to check the play real quick.
Play clock down to 4. Just to get it off. Pass to the far side. Receiver was there. Incomplete. Couldn't hang on, however.
And that's unfortunate because as a running back, that's on you. You have to know where you are on the field and be able to put yourself in a situation to give your quarterback some room to throw the football.
Said he stepped on the sideline.
Yeah, just floated a little bit to the sideline. Again, a nice pass by the quarterback.
So Darwin Franklin, the head coach, was right there where it took place. He tried to persuade him, but wasn't going to work.
Yeah, they put himself in a 3rd and long situation.
Falcons drop the throw. Going up top deep, nobody's there. Receiver was turned around. They were trying to hook up there with Miles Mitchell, another freshman. Pass goes incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th and 13.
Yeah, I don't know if he just had earmarked a receiver that he was going to go through pre-snap, but that guy was covered by 2 defensive backs, so good job by Heritage Hall just getting off the field on 3rd down, because that was a good drive for the Falcons, moving the ball, but somehow, some way, bend but don't break defense. They find a way to get off the field.
Terrence Johnson is the deep man for the Chargers. They bounce the snap back to the punter. Denver Young does a good job just to pick it up. Now Johnson on the return. Goes out to the far right side, breaks the tackle, and then is taken down. Nice hit on the far side by Millwood's number 4. That's Connor Smith, the junior.
Yeah, good job running to the football, not giving up on the play. So they couldn't get points. The defense gets off the field, and now Heritage Hall's offense is going to touch the rock for the first time in the second quarter?
Second time.
Second time.
They scored with 11:05 left to go in the second quarter. 5:12 is left. And the Chargers have it. Running play straight up the middle. Good for 3-4 yards. Picks up 3 on the carry, makes it 2nd down and 7. We had a shutout game last week at the halftime intermission.
Will the streak continue?
Here comes the blitz, running play, and dropped in the backfield.
Ooh.
Nowhere to go that time for number 2, Max Everett.
Big tackle by number 6 for the Falcons, D'Angelo Robinson, coming in up top and just throwing the the offensive runner down on the ground.
Trip Thomas goes out wide to the right, top of your screen. Trips to the near side. Dropping the throw, going one-on-one, out there and incomplete, knocked away. Defender was all over that one. Nice job by number 1, Denver Young.
Yeah, he pretty much ran the route for the wide receiver. Number 1 versus number 1. And Butler is the one that comes up victorious on that 3rd down. So that's a quick 3 and out for the Chargers, and they'll have to punt this ball away.
With 4:01 left to go here in the first half of play. We'll check scores, stats, and more coming up during our halftime. There's the punt. Good strong punt. And a fair catch called for and taken at about the 33-yard line. Take a look at the District 2A standings brought to you by Oklahoma Baptist Home for Children. Visit obhc.org for more information. Oklahoma Christian and Mount St. Mary. Jones all unbeaten on the year. You find Chisholm and Crooked Oak. Millwood's only played the one game so far this year. They lost in the Soul Bowl last week to Douglas. And then they also have Perry and Blackwell. So Falcons take over with 3:53 left to go here before halftime. Desperately needing some points on the board. Quick snap, handoff. Keys looking for some running room, squirts through and gets about 3.
And there you can see the Heritage Hall defense is kind of creeping down inside that box a little more now, knowing that Keys in this Millwood offense is trying to get that running game going. And they certainly did on that last drive, although they had to pump the ball away.
And whistles come down, and we've got a timeout taken by Millwood with 3:11 left to go before halftime.
Yeah, they saw something that they just didn't like. Both of those wide receivers were going in motion, and I don't know if it was actually a motion or both of them came out of the huddle and were on the wrong side.
Coming up next week on Your View, we've got Putnam City battle going on as the North Panthers take on the West Patriots. That'll be next Friday, coming up game time on Your View.
Putnam City, always a fun time when we go down there and take part in that rivalry matchup.
What a beautiful night it's been here at Heritage Hall. We're in the stands like everybody else. Heritage Hall, just a 3A school, so they don't have the enormous stadium here, but they certainly have all the other faculties that make up a great environment for high school football. Millwood dropping the throw, got a receiver wide open. Nobody was near him. They dropped the football.
Oh, they're gonna, those plays where you go to bed in the morning and then you wake up and you wish you had it back. This is definitely going to be one of them. Take a look. Just a quick 5-yard in route. And I think the blitz allowed there to be nobody in the vicinity, and he drops the pass, unfortunately, for the Falcons.
So that'll bring up third down. 3rd and 6 for the Falcons. See what they come up with here on 3rd and 6. Dropping the throw. Deep drop. Screen in the middle. Get it to Keys. Looks like he's going to be a little short, but not much. They're going to give it to him. They're going to say his forward progress was just enough, and they'll move the chains on the far side.
Millwood bunches just continue to do just enough to pick up first downs and keep that offense on the field. Trying to give Heritage Hall a little taste of their own medicine with that screen pass there, although they kind of threw it into traffic more than you would like.
Millwood doesn't seem to be in a hurry. Clock's all the way down to 7 already. Down to 4. 2 and 1. And they just do get it off again. Rolling to the right, throwing it up top, but incomplete.
There's another flag.
See what the call is going to be here. Coach Franklin. Looking to see what the call is here. Ineligible receiver downfield for Millwood. Five-yard penalty against Millwood. Will move it back and make it 1st and 15. They'll have it at their own 37-yard line as you get a look at the young freshman quarterback, Donnie Bly. And you're starting from Millwood as a freshman quarterback. You've got quite a future coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the time he gets to a place in his career where he's really playing some football, Millwood's going to be in a really good situation.
And now we've got a two-way game penalty.
They've been flirting with that thing all night long.
I mean, they've had at least 3 instances where they snapped it with 1 second remaining. And a couple others that were very close as well. This time they give it to Keys. Takes off up the field, and he's going to get about 10 of that back. And a timeout taken by Heritage Hall.
Yeah, and that's a smart timeout for the Chargers. 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Kind of get an opportunity to save some time for the offense and then get in that 2-minute drill.
As you get to listen to the Heritage Hall Band, and you'll be hearing from them at halftime this evening. We'll also be handing out some awards as the game goes on. Our play of the game, player of the game. We'll check those Cox fast stats for you at halftime as well. All that and more, but we still have 2:13 left to go in this first half of play. You can see the coaching staff doing what they do best, coaching. Get both teams back on the field and get ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Heritage Hall has dialed up for this 2-minute drill. Looking forward to that, but first and foremost, let's see what Millwood has for us on second down.
Falcons with it. Bly dropping the throw, looking downfield, throws in a crowd, and it's intercepted. Taken away there by number 19. And he gets a nice return all the way back to about the 23-yard line. And Keys is down further down the field for Millwood. Not a good sign there.
That's not a good sign at all. And that interception happens because of the pressure that Bly was under. Take a look, just takes a big shot and just throws it in traffic. There was only one Falcon over there, and a host of Chargers and Walkers got the skill to come down with the football in the midst of the crowd.
Keys is up and he's walking all right, so that's a good sign. So both teams making their way back on the field. So I guess a block in the back after the interception. So the Chargers will have it at their own 46-yard line. First and 10. 1:59 left to go before half. They're going to put it up in the air. Coming near side and caught. That's going to be first down yardage. Reception made there by Trip Thomas.
Good job on the first play. Attack the sidelines. He's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock without calling a timeout, although still a lot of time left, a minute and 52 seconds already in your own territory.
from their own 34, and Millwood on the blitz is able to get the quarterback and drop him for a big loss.
Great job by Young, number 0. He gets back there in a hurry, just times the snap, and before he can even get to that sprint out pass, he's in his face.
So another timeout on the field. Brett Bogert gathering his troops. They've had a good first half of play here. Put 22 on the board, have not given up any. He's got to be happy with their performance. Millwood has continued to fight, no question. Don't forget, coming up at half, we'll be checking scores from around the state, see what everybody else is doing. Have first half highlights for you. Show you the touchdowns that Heritage Hall has been able to put on the board. Trying to add to that. Flushed out of the pocket, looking for some running room, and he's going to go down. Lawson taken down on the play.
Another tackle for loss for this Millwood defense. They're doing a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, especially in these passing situations with the 2-minute drill, clock winding down. Just pinning their ears back and getting after it.
Lawson, the quarterback, dropping the throw, looking downfield, sideline route. As a receiver, pass is caught there. It's not going to be enough for the first down. Trip Thomas once again. And it's going to leave about 8 yards. Coming up here as he got out of bounds, stopped the clock with 55 seconds left. Bring up a 4th and 9.
4th and 9. Here's what you need to do. You need to find your best wide receiver, probably Gerard Williams over there, and run a 10-yard out. Get the first down, get out of bounds, save you some clock, and then have a hitch route behind it on that hash mark so you have another quick route into plus, especially if the pressure gets in your face like they have been in this drive, as the Heritage Hall Chargers call a quick timeout to kind of discuss things here on the sideline.
So the clock stopped once again on a 4th and 9 coming up for the Chargers. They want to talk about it. They heard what Dion said and thought, well, let's listen to what Dion said. Set it up just that way.
I mean, I've been in this situation before. On the opposite side, though, playing defense. Got to know what you need. 4th down, 55 seconds left. You've done such a good job offensively of putting yourself in a situation to go into halftime and take a big lead. And it's fourth down. You don't want to give the ball back in this field position for Millwood. So kind of attack the sidelines, get the ball vertically down the field. And here's the thing, with these splits, if I was number 1 on the outside, if I was number 3 on the top of your screen, I would come in just a little bit so you could work those sidelines a little bit more.
4th and 9 for the Chargers. 55 seconds left to go before half. Lawson drops the throw. Going up top, downfield, a lot of traffic there. No flags, incomplete. And Millwood will take over. Oh, there is a flag. There is a flag back in the backfield.
Let's see what the call is here.
Referee has been busy tonight.
Yeah, they have.
Here's your call. Wow.
And that one's costly.
Whole new set of downs. 1st and 10 keeps the drive alive. Only 6 seconds went off the clock. So the Chargers now with the ball on the 19-yard line. Dropping the throw, quick pass, caught. 10-yard line, gets inside down to about the 8. Clock is still running.
Good open field tackle by number 26.
Didn't get a first down, so the clock continues to run. We're less than 30 seconds to go. Quick out. Caught there. Trying for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Great job by number 34, creating separation. That's Davis. 5-yard out, runs an excellent route. Quarterback puts it right on the money. Take a look at it on the replay. Just a one-step drop, pitch and catch, and he gets in.
Diving for the end zone. He's caught a couple of nice passes out of the backfield tonight. And there you see him making it count. Chargers extend their lead now to 28-0. With the extra point yet to come for the Chargers. Field goal kicker, as we've told you before, is Bo Butler. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way, and good. So with just 24 seconds remaining in the half, the Chargers are on the board once again and now lead it 29-0. Student section certainly enjoying it. And well, they should. Good performance by their Chargers tonight. Total offense in this first half of play for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's a lot of yards, and a lot of it's been done kind of after the catch and within the running game. Got to commend the whole offensive unit just for the downfield blocking has been superb. And then just execution. And when these penalties take place, they've done a good job of capitalizing on it, just like you saw on that 2-minute drill right there. Millwood did enough to get off the field, get the ball turned over on downs, and then a penalty gives Heritage Hall another chance with the football, and they go right down the field and put the ball in the end zone.
Heritage Hall has also shown us they have not just one or two guys on offense. They're pretty loaded as far as the skill positions are concerned. On top by 29-0 with 24 seconds left. Butler set to kick it away. Gets a good foot into it, drives it into the end zone, automatic touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
24 seconds left. I completely anticipate Millwood handing the ball off a couple of times and then going into halftime and trying to get things figured out here.
Well, and we may have the issue of the running clock again in the second half, too.
I think we got a couple more scores before that.
I think 35
is the threshold.
Yeah. And again, it's up to the coaches. They don't have to agree to it. Might mention also that Murray Evans is on the sidelines. He is our red hat tonight. Lets them know when we're during a timeout and when they can get back to play here for our telecast here this evening on YurView.
He's been doing a good job, but it's only the first half, though. It's only the first half. He's got a second half to go, so we don't want to give him too much of a compliment.
Running play Keys. Find some running room. No, I was going to say, it looked like a face mask there, and that's exactly what it's going to be. Got his head snapped around pretty hard. So give Keys about 7 or 8 yards and then an additional 15. So face mask is the call. They'll march down the other way. Millwood with 15 seconds left to try to get some points on the board before the half.
Here's what you do. You run a quick a quick route here to kind of get the ball up the field a little bit and get out of bounds and see if you can toss that Hail Mary into the end zone.
Running play straight ahead.
Or you run the football.
He's a tough runner. There's no doubt about that. A timeout is called with 3 seconds left. Seems like everybody should have used their timeouts by now. So they'll talk about it for one final play. How about one of those where you throw it to the receiver and then he pitches to the tailing receiver?
That's more for the end of the game. You know, that's an end of the game kind of thing.
It'd be the end of the half. What's the difference?
Who knows, Steve? Who knows?
That's what I'm calling for. Well, the horn section is certainly getting after it tonight. Doing a great job.
Looks like over there, the Falcons, Millwood Falcons band over there making some noise, trying to help out their team and the fans that have traveled over here.
So both teams returning to the field, and we'll see if we don't get one more play. We may get more if there's a penalty, of course. Millwood going to send 2 receivers out to the near side. Number 8 is Caden Smith. They're going left side, however. Comeback route incomplete. That'll be the first half of play. No flags, and we have finished our first half here at Heritage Hall. All Chargers to this point. Darwin Franklin giving his guys a hand. Said you played hard. We just got to play a little better in this second half as the Chargers tried off, leading it by a score of 29-0. Your Oklahoma Ford Dealers Game of the Week. We'll take a timeout, come back. Halftime just around the corner. Stay with us.
Are you constantly getting up at night because you have to go? Is your bladder controlling your life? Now, gain control of your life with Better Bladder, a natural herbal alternative to prescription medicine.
I used to have to go to the bathroom every 20 minutes. With a degree of urgency, I no longer feel. I now can go 3, 4, and I have gone 5 hours without stopping to use the restroom.
Having had the experience as a doctor using Better Bladder with patients, I can really recommend it with confidence.
A full 2-month supply of Better Bladder is only $39.95 per month, but it won't cost you that today because you can experience Better Bladder free for 30 days. You also get a free 30-day supply of Therabotanics Perfect Omega. Just one Perfect Omega has the power of 3 ordinary fish oil supplements. Plus, get a free copy of Dr. Secrets to a Better Bladder. A $60 total value, free. Call the number on your screen now and take back control with Better Bladder.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Scared of is all these bugs.
Do what? Welcome back, everybody. We're at halftime here. Heritage Hall cheerleaders performing. And our score is 29-0. The Chargers on top with the lead. Let's check out some of the scores on the scoreboard here this evening, see what's happening across the state in Class 3A. You've got Kingfisher on top of Bridge Creek, 38-0. They're at the half there. And Purcell in front of Lexington. They lead it by a score of 41-0. Halls Valley, Weatherford, Holdenville, North Rock Creek, still no scores in those contests. And also Davis on top of Plainview. Two top 10 teams there. Davis 14 and Plainview 7.
Close ball game across those top matchups in 3A District 1.
No scores. Cassidy and Mount St. Mary. Newkirk and Blackwell. As we check out some of the scores here at the intermission, our score is 29-0. Take a timeout and come back with more for you right here on Your View. Stay with us.
Shopping pictures.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on Your View or stream it online at yourview.com.
Welcome back, everybody. You see our score, 29-0. It's Heritage Hall on top of Millwood here at the intermission. And we've got some more scores for you from across the state. Take a look at those here as we look in Class 6A. Norman on top of Piedmont, leading 21-7. Sand Springs on top of Bishop Kelly, 21-0. Norman North handing it to Moore, 27-3, while Carl Albert, we saw them last week.
Yeah, we did.
You said it was going to be a good game, and it is 10-7 over Stillwater there in the second quarter there.
No surprise right now. Close ball game between those top-notch juggernauts in the 6A and 5A division.
Ford Game of the Week on Your View, sponsored by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And some other scores for you. Scoreless at Grant and Southeast. Look at that, Bixby. Number 1 against number 2 Choctaw, and it's all about Bixby. 36-0. As they're on top there, Ponca City leading Lawton MacArthur. That score is 28-15, and Classen on top of Western Heights, 6-0.
There's questions all around the state if this 6A Division 1 number 1 team Bixby would have a close matchup against number 2 in 6A Division 2, and right now it's showing that it is not. Bixby giving them all that they can handle over there in Choctaw.
I thought you were going to say if Bixby would have a chance against Oklahoma State.
I was not going to say that, Steve. Why are you playing with me right now?
Just messing with you. Southmore leads Putnam City North 22-14. Sapulpa over Grove 7-6. Collinsville 20. Bartlesville 6. Midwest City and Del City, that's scoreless right now, still first quarter action. We'll try to get you some updates on that one, as we've seen Del City, we've seen Carl Albert, and Midwest City, of course, the other school in that area, that school district, and they are all three very good football teams.
Southmore versus Putnam City North. Putnam City North, we'll see that game next week when they go against Putnam City West. But close game right now. We're going to keep a close eye on that matchup.
Yep, no doubt about that. So we've got some scores from elsewhere. Newcastle and Elgin all tied up, number 2 and number 5 in that battle. And Bishop McGinnis and Bishop Carroll, the Fighting Bishops, going at it tonight. No score. Shawnee leading Duncan by a score of 10-7. And that covers up 4A and 5A. That's Bishop Carroll, Kansas, I might point out. As well.
That's what that KS.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your assistance there.
I got your back.
All right, there's a look from afar at the crowd here on our score, 29-0. Heritage Hall on top of Millwood. We'll take a timeout. Come back with more. Stay with us.
If you don't have a good dental plan, or if your employer doesn't offer dental benefits, this is the deal you're looking for. Get the Carefree Dental Card, and for just $15.95 a month, you can see the dentist anytime and pay a whole lot less.
On my first visit, I saved $650.
We used to pay full price at the dentist. Boy, was that dumb. We just saved $705.
Call the number on your screen and request your Carefree Dental Card free. We'll send your card and complete details at no cost and no obligation today. Unlike other dental plans, there's no activation fee with Carefree Dental, so call now to get your card at no cost today. Call during this TV offer, and we'll also include free vision benefits and free prescription drug benefits too. See for yourself why Carefree is the best deal in dental. Call now.
Call 1-800-997-8844 to get your Carefree Dental Card and member guide free. Call 1-800-997-8844.
We're back at halftime. 29-0 is our score. Heritage Hall on top of Millwood. Hope you're enjoying tonight's action. Got a good second half coming your way, no question about that. And we also take a look at what we have for next week's contest. That'll be coming up And as Dion mentioned a little earlier, it's going to be Putnam City North, and they will be taking on the homestanding Putnam City West Patriots. The Battle of Putnam City. We've seen some good games and good players certainly come through all those schools at the Putnam City District.
It feels like, just looking at next week's matchup, it's just kind of a similar situation with this matchup right here. It seems like it's an annual thing for me and you to kind of go over there and witness those two schools get after it, just like it's an annual thing for us to watch, Heritage Hall and Millwood get after it over here in Oklahoma City.
No question about that. They just got done inducting members of the Heritage Hall of Fame, which was interesting. I wish I had a list in front of me to tell you all that, but Wes Welker was certainly there, and you may be able to pick him out of that group there. Some of the young men coming through, that looked like maybe Wes there.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal situation when you make an impact big enough at a high school level to kind of be inducted into the Hall of Fame at your own school. It might not seem like a big deal to you or as the viewer at home, but it's a big deal to those individuals on the field getting celebrated, and to the people and the lives that they've affected being here before and after, So congratulations to all those gentlemen who got that award and will forever be a Charger and forever be remembered as a Hall of Fame member. With that being said, and a number of these kids might be,
That's right,
looking to be Hall of Fame members going forward as they embark on their high school career. And one of the ways they can do that is by, adding some more points onto the board, Steve. So let me ask you this question real quick before we go to break and start off that second half. There's things that we saw that we liked. There's things that we saw that we didn't like. What are some of the things that, let's start off with the negative real quick and then get to the positive. What are some of the things you didn't like from both of these teams on the field?
And kind of combining the two there for maybe break it down into teams. Millwood, at times they showed that their defense was there, and they got into the backfield and were able to make some plays. The secondary was able to knock down a couple of passes, but just the consistency of the defense was not there. After they made a great play, then they'd come up with a 12 or 20-yard run.
Yeah.
And if they needed to throw the ball downfield, it seemed like Heritage Hall was able to do it when they wanted to. Conversely, you look at Millwood, and the offense just really was non-existent most of the time in that first half. Keys was able to get a couple of nice runs, get some yards there before half, but just not able to throw the football. And you hate to say that, the quarterback situation just isn't what it should be, but hey, he's a freshman. He's in ninth grade, man, and that's not an easy situation for him, much less going against a team like Heritage Hall. So you build on what you can in that first half, you correct what you can in that first half, and you come out and you play a harder second half, and I think that's what Coach Franklin and his group will look forward to do here in the second half of play.
Another thing that you didn't mention, but that needs to be taken care of, they need to clean up the penalties. They need to clean up the penalties in a major way. We've seen some games early on in the season, and that kind of is the trend normally. Early on in the season, you get a bunch of penalties. Towards the end, when guys are used to playing football, it gets cleaned up a little bit, but it still is costly in these early. And Millwood, in the situation that they are, down by 29 points, you have to clean it up because you're giving this offense, which is talented enough, more opportunities with the football and giving them first downs in great field position.
We'll see what they're able to do in the second half play as we take a look at some of the highlights from that first half of play. And Dion, I'll let you take it from here as you got to see some of the action going on early.
Yeah, and here's the first touchdown of the game. Gerard Williams going all the way to the other side of the field and displaying the moves and the speed as he takes it into the end zone, only getting touched by his shoulder pads. And then right here, the quarterback, Lawson, takes that little screen and then does a little twinkle toes dance to the sideline and gets by the pylon and gets into the end zone for the Chargers. And then this pass, just an excellent pitch and catch to our player to watch. That's Porter England, who gets in for the touchdown for the Chargers. And right here, a big-time interception. This one by Walker goes up and gets it after he gets a big-time help from his defensive lineman, who takes a big hit on the quarterback and puts that ball in the air. And they go down and score right here with less than a minute remaining in the half. That's number 34, Davis, who crosses the goal line and gets into the end zone for the Charger touchdown, making that a 29-0 game for the Chargers.
29-0 is our halftime score. We'll take a break, come back, get ready for second half action here on Your View.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I was actually able to take the swab and really get through some of those areas that are kind of like untreated. I can immediately see the shades getting brighter and brighter, or whiter and whiter.
Order Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, get a free quick stick pen with your order. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
Shopping returns.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family. For less than $1 a day, we could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Welcome back, everybody. Everybody checking their phones. And you know what they're looking at? The Cox Fast Stats.
Yeah.
Well, of course they are. Giving football fans the latest stats courtesy of the nation's fastest internet provider. And there you take a look at the numbers, Dion.
Yeah, you can see the rushing yards haven't been in abundance for either team. 42 yards for the Falcons and then 23 for the Chargers. But in the air, the Chargers are getting it done. 185-yard passing. I mean, a lot of those screen passes and catching, yards after the catch, but still making it look good on those stats right there. Total yards, you can see Chargers dominating across the way, and first downs, again, going with the Chargers. So hopefully things can improve from the Millwood side, put some points on the board, and get back into this football game. But right now, Chargers dominating the way.
Leading it by a score of 29-0, and those were the Cox Fast Stats, giving football fans all the latest stats courtesy of the nation's fastest internet provider. Learn more at cox.com/internet. And there you look at some of the parents, some of the fans, probably former graduates in there, and the Millwood horn section performing for us here. Keys to the game. Let's take a look at that once again, Dion, and what you told us earlier and what you're telling us now.
Yeah, make sure Millwood trying to stay on the outside, get the perimeter, use their speed, and just hang on there. They're not doing a good job of hanging around. They wanted to stay in this game in the fourth quarter and make some plays. Hopefully they can kind of get things going in the third and maybe hang around in the fourth. For the Heritage Hall team, they're doing a good job of what they said they wanted to do, contain the Falcons and win in the trenches. Obviously, I mean, the rushing yards haven't been, what they would like to see, but still, they're doing a good job of keeping their quarterback off the ground and protecting him, and that's exactly what the third key was as well. So hopefully they can continue doing that, moving the ball down the field and picking up some more first downs and getting this clock going as well. So those are our keys for the game, Steve.
Keys to the game brought to you by Oklahoma Operation Lifesaver. Together we can save lives at railroad crossings and on train tracks. Find out more at oli.org. Both teams getting ready for second half action. Getting some stretching in. Got the talking to from the coaches. Some of it complimentary. Some of it, maybe not so much.
I've been inside that locker room, Steve. Let's just say that, let's say 60% of it is not complimentary. But don't worry, the other 20, 40% is good.
Always room to improve, right?
Always room to improve.
There's the Falcons gathered around their coaching staff.
Stretching some of the players out, getting loose, getting back in form.
Falcons definitely a team for the future. Brett Bogert and his squad, they're a team of the moment, but also a team of the future. They have a lot of youngsters, not really very senior-laden on their squad either.
It's been the trend this season. A lot of young teams, but hey, when you roll the ball out there, nobody's worried about freshman, senior, junior. It's all about who can play ball.
Well, let's be honest, too. The transfers have certainly, drawn themselves to bring in. There's a lot of different schools that are losing a lot of players. A lot of schools are gaining a lot of players. Not to say either one way or the other is correct or not, but it's just a fact of what's going on in high school football right now.
Yeah, you got to play with the cards that you're dealt.
So the Chargers on the sidelines. Interior lineman, fullback in there, getting their talks in, and we are just about ready to go here in the second half of play. Flags here at the stadium are just hanging limp. Not much of a breeze. What is pleasant. Temperature is nice. It's a beautiful night for football here in the state of Oklahoma. So glad to be part of your evening here. Thanks for joining us tonight here on Your View. The kick is in the air, and we are underway. Second half. Kickoff's going to go into the end zone. Automatic touchback, and they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Millwood on the attack first.
Good-looking kickoff team right there. I like the sway of the arms. I like that. Organization, unity. And it looks cool.
Talked about some of the things that people are going after in high school football. We mentioned the success that these teams have had. Bixby, of course, winning big over Choctaw tonight. They're going after a record 8-peat. They're tied with Morrison, the former small school team that won 7 in a row. That's what Bixby has won. They are going for their 8th in a row, and they look to be well on their way. And the first play from scrimmage is a running play that's going to be a short gain. Number 58 in there on the tackle for the Chargers.
Yeah, Golden getting in there, penetrating. You can see the whole front three of the defensive line pretty much in the backfield. Golden's just the recipient of the tackle for loss.
So they lose a yard, and that'll bring up second down and 11. Interception, that's going to go to the house. You could see that coming a mile away. Interception for Trip Thomas, and it's a pick six.
That is one of the most effective pick sixes I've ever seen in my career as a broadcaster. They get the blitz coming from that right side. You could see the linebackers, the safeties, everybody was up on that line of scrimmage. He had to get the ball out of his hand quickly. There was a cover 4 on the trips receiver side, and then the linebacker just comes up and makes a nice play on the number 2 wide receiver, but he sees the pass the whole way. So instead of going for the back, he cuts in front of him, makes a play, and gets into the end zone.
Extra point attempt coming from Butler. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. We got a flag on the play, so hold on, everybody. We were going to go to break, and it looks like we still are. Going to wave it off, or?
Well, the flag's still down, so let's wait. See what the white hat has to say to us.
Extra point is good. 35-0. 36-0 making now. And we'll be back with the kickoff when we return.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need. Call Addiction Helpline America at the number below. We provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. One phone call today can change your life forever. Don't wait another minute for that right moment to be set free. Take that bold step and call Addiction Helpline America at the number below, or visit www.addictionhelplineamerica.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Heritage Hall fans are having a good time tonight. Their team's on top, leading by a score of 36-0. A pick 6.
Yeah, and again, just a good play call defensively. Overloading one side, sending the blitz there, and forcing the quarterback to kind of have to get the ball out of his hands quickly. And trips into an interception. Trip Thomas, the linebacker, coming up and making a very, very smart play of just cutting in front of the running back and getting that ball and take it the other way.
So they'll kick off. Chargers to kick it away. Put a big foot into that. No question about that. Off the upright. And good.
Goodness gracious.
Think he was trying to do that?
Even if he wasn't, tell everybody that you were.
Yes. 55-yard field goal on the kickoff. And our score with Millwood getting the ball here. I think they ran 2 plays in the last drive. And they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Falcons send Kevon Shields out to the wide right. Man in motion is Carter Ray. Handoff up the middle. Fights forward, maybe gets a yard. Not much.
Again, good penetration by the defensive line. Speaking of winning in the trenches, defensive line's taking care of business early in this second half.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Keys in the backfield. Wideouts to the near side. Shields and Ray. Quarterback rolling. Bly with the pass downfield. Incomplete. No flags in the play.
Yeah, and he threw that ball into traffic, kind of knew exactly where he wanted to go with that football pre-snap, and it was well covered, still gave his wide receiver an opportunity at the football, kind of 50-50 shot there. nobody comes down with it.
So 3rd down and 9 from their own 21-yard line. And a whistle, and we got flags flying.
This time, the first half, they were doing a good job of getting the ball off before that delay of game could take place. It's been a couple of times now where it's kind of come back and hindered their performance offensively. This time it did just that.
Bly looks to the sidelines, gets the signal. 10 on the play clock. Sends a man in motion, takes the snap. Looking downfield, throws, underthrown, incomplete. So a 4th down situation, punting situation for the Falcons. And going deep for Heritage Hall is number 7, Terrence Johnson. Johnson, your deep man. Punting situation, high short kick. Very short, and it takes a Heritage Hall bounce. Actually inside the 30-yard line. See where they spot it.
Wherever they spot it, it's going to be great field position for the Chargers.
14-yard punt. So that's not going to help their cause any. So the Chargers take over 1st and 10. They get set up, ready to go. Having some communication issues there. Number 23 for Heritage Hall. Iser wasn't sure what they're going to do. Now they're set up, ready to go. 1st and 10, Chargers inside Millwood territory. Handoff coming near side. Running room. And then he knocks down 2 would-be tacklers. Waddell with a very physical run.
Yeah, Waddell decided to take the long sleeves off after halftime, and now he's running with a little bit of power to him. Now, take a look, just long strides on the sideline, and then puts his head down and gets it going.
Big pickup on the play, now 1st and down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Lawson looks over the defense. Takes the snap, hands it off. Once again, it's Iser, and he gets hit. Taken down, nice hit there by number 9 from Millwood, Benjamin Franklin. We've called his name a few times tonight.
That's a good job by the Millwood defense of setting the edge that time, not allowing Heritage Hall to get to the outside, but they're going to hurry up and run some tempo.
Bringing the play in from the sidelines, number 19, Waddell. And this time, pass is complete, but not much yardage.
Yeah, that time, that pass to the boundary side of the field, giving not a lot of room to operate. Millwood getting over there in a hurry.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 from the Millwood 19-yard line. Brett Davis goes in motion to the right side, lines up in the slot. Rolling out, looking for some room to throw, and he's taken down. Loss on the play. Good job defensively.
D'Angelo Robinson was the player that was chasing him down, just held on to that ball a little too long. Because of that, they force a 4th down.
So Butler is on to try the 40-yard field goal.
And He hit it from the...
That's right, he made a 55-yarder there on the kickoff. See what he can do this time. Snap back, ball down, kick, plenty of distance on the way up, and good. No good. Looks like he may have pulled it a bit to the left.
Had the distance. Definitely had the distance.
Yeah.
With that being said, defense does a good job, gets a stop, and turnover on downs.
Falcons will take over. Still looking for their first points of the night. The freshman Bly is your quarterback. See if Millwood can come up with anything here on this possession. Looking for some offense. Motion to the near side, handoff Keys. Has his helmet ripped off. Flags come from every direction. Can't do that.
Cannot do that.
Now, I know you're supposed to come off. If your helmet does get ripped off, you have to sit out of play. But it almost seems like if it's a foul against the defense, why should you have to come out?
Consequences for not buckling your helmet too tight.
Okay.
But no, that was kind of dangerous in the sense that the way that one came off there. In that instance, as a defensive player, you know once you grab that face mask, you need to let go.
I mean, if a big play's coming up and I'm playing defense, I'm taking Emmitt Smith's helmet off. That way he can't play the next play, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you have enough problems tackling this than do just picking one spot to pull his face mask off.
So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Line of scrimmage, their own 38-yard line. Bly, quick pass to the far side. Caught, short gain on the play. Gets it out to the 40, maybe a 2-yard gain.
Excellent job running to the football. Looks like it was Miller, outside linebacker, making the tackle.
So 2nd down and 8 with 7:10 to go here in the third quarter. Single back set, handoff up the middle, big hole. It's going to get a couple yards, bring up 3rd and about 6.
Nice physical run.
3rd and 5 on the carry, Denver Young. Backup quarterback. Third and 4 coming up for the Falcons. Trying to keep the drive alive. Handoff. Straight ahead, running, and
I think we might have a fumble, Steve.
Well, coming out of the number 51 coming up with the fumble recovery. That is Ayers Kurtz, junior linebacker, 6'1", 224. And a turnover will give the ball back to the Chargers. Take a look.
You can see it comes out immediately almost. Young, not having too many carries in this ball game, gets a couple on this drive, and looks like it's number 9 who's able to get his arm, Butler, get his arm on that thing and poke it away.
4th turnover of the night for Millwood. Heritage had the pick 6 a little while ago. And get the ball inside Millwood territory. Quick pass to the outside, complete. Pass there caught by number 3, that's Williams, Gerard Williams Jr. He'll get 8 on the play and make it 2nd and 2.
Looks like we got a new quarterback in the game. Number 14. Hudson Ferris.
Dropping the throw, quick pass over the middle, tipped, deflected, and incomplete. The girls cheerleaders are throwing footballs into the stands. See if Amada can come up with one here.
They got some nice arms down there.
And we've got an injury on the field. Timeout on the field as they check on an injury. We'll tell you how that turns out when we come back. You're watching the Game of the Week on Your View.
New to Medicare? Recently moved or losing coverage? Then let us help break it down for you. First up, we have Medicare Part A. Consider your hospital insurance as your safety net, covering inpatient hospital stays, skilled nursing facilities, hospice care, and some home health care. It's the help for your peace of mind, ensuring that you get the care you may need when you need it. Now let's talk about Medicare Part B, your medical insurance. This is your key to most preventative services, outpatient care and doctor visits, from flu shots to screenings. Part B, you're at the forefront of proactive health care. If you enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, the plan may provide all of your Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B coverage, and it is designed with you in mind, providing a wide array of coverage options for personalized care. Review your Medicare coverage options, ensuring it aligns with your evolving healthcare needs, from flu shots to screenings.
Call 800-761-4190. 800-761-4190.
Welcome back to Heritage Hall. And you look at the home sidelines, and on the far side, the Millwood Falcons. Showed up well in force tonight, but it's not been their night. It has been all Heritage Hall here this evening. On top, leading at 36-0. They've got the football in Millwood territory, third and short. Going deep, way downfield. Nice arm, but way overthrown, intended out there for Jared Williams Jr. You saw number 14, the quarterback, Hudson Ferris. He's a senior, 6'3", 182. Coach Bogert said they were still trying to figure out exactly who their quarterback's going to be the rest of the year. It looks like they've got two good candidates.
Yeah, Lawson definitely did a good job of operating the offense this evening, and I think Ferris is going to get his chance.
Running play up the middle on 4th and short. Straight ahead, and a big gain there. Good enough for another first down for the Chargers.
Moving the chains. It's a good job by the offensive line creating a hole, and that time he just put his head down, put his shoulder pads low, just went straight up the field, and picked up that first down.
Under center this time. Running play, coming to the left side. Weaves his way outside, gets first down yardage, and a nice run all the way down to about the 14-yard line. Carry there by number 23. That's Iser again. Called his names a few times.
Yeah, you have. And again, got to commend the offensive line on that one. They did a good job. I mean, Iser didn't get touched until he got 10 yards down the field.
D'Angelo Robinson down on the field right now. And we've got an injury timeout on the field. Could be cramps.
Been there. Those things, especially in game, those things hurt.
You know, as we talk about the weather, and it has been very nice. Remember, so many of the years that we've done these games, the first 3 weeks were just cramps all the time.
Yes.
And not sure that this is cramps, maybe something else.
But, I mean, when you're in the situation like these two teams are, where a number of the guys playing in this football game play both ways, you have to watch out, because you'll still exert enough energy, even with the weather being the way it is, to lose so much body fluids that you'll need to replenish. And you have to make sure you concentrate on that, not during the game, but before the game, on Thursdays, on Wednesdays. Make sure you're hydrating enough that you can be able to play on both sides of the ball.
Well, they're stretching him as though it is cramps. And you can see he is grimacing on the ground there. I don't know, anytime, I think we've said this in years past, anytime I ever got cramps, I immediately got up and walked as much as I could, as quick as I could. Probably not what you're supposed to do, but you can see he is up now, and he is making his way off the field. Looks like he's going to be all right.
Yeah, I can tell he's getting some relief, and then it keeps coming back.
All right. So back to the action. Chargers ready to go. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Again, from under center. Handoff goes to Iser. He goes left side, has running room. And flag comes in from far away.
Yeah, they're going to definitely call that holding on that left side of the line.
Quite a few penalties tonight. Holding the call against the Chargers.
Can't really see it on that shot right there, but
another lost helmet. So they'll move the ball all the way back to 16-yard line. 1st down, 11 yards to go. And another penalty flag comes out. Illegal procedure is going to be the call. Could be some new players in there, not quite in the flow of the snap count, whatever.
That's a good educated guess, Steve.
Coach Bogert on the sidelines, brushing his brow. So now 1st and 16. And here we go once again. Your quarterback is Ferris. He hands off. Running play on the far side of the field, and that is once again Max Everett.
Yeah, they continue to go towards that left side of the offensive line, finding something that they like over there, continue to run towards that way. Running back's doing a good job picking up what they can get, just getting out of bounds.
6 carries, 14 yards tonight for Everett. And wide receiver from the far side jumped a little bit early there. Johnson. So, how many plays in a row can we have a penalty?
It's getting to be too long.
They're coming in droves. All said and done, 2nd down and 16 now from the 21-yard line. Dropping the throw, going to the end zone, and that's going to be overthrown, incomplete.
Just a little too much on that football right there. It doesn't really give Thomas an opportunity to go up and make a play, but it was still kind of hand fighting with the defensive back as well. So
Ferris, one of the captains on this team. Just seen him throw a couple times. I like the arm strength. So 3rd and 16 for the Chargers. Handoff straight ahead. Everett gets the carry, keeps running, keeps churning, and fights his way down for a pretty nice gain. Fourth down, 7 yards to go now for the Chargers if they're going to keep this drive alive.
Looks like they're going to stay on the field offensively and see if they can pick it up.
Kickers had a good workout tonight. Play clock down to 6. Looking right side, going to throw. Up for grabs in the end zone. He caught it, and it's in. Touchdown. What a catch.
What a grab. Goodness gracious. That's one that we're going to be playing a couple of times by the time the rest of the game is over. Let's go ahead and play it for the first time in replay. Go up and get it, young man. Woo! Ooh. You know what the kids call that, Steve?
What's that?
You just got mauled.
Yes, you did. You are exactly right on that. Carter Ray, the defender, thought he was there, but a perfectly placed ball and a great catch.
Now that's 200 yards passing for the Heritage Hall bunch. And Thomas has been a beneficiary of a couple of those passes.
Extra point attempt is up and good, and that increases our score now to 43-0 in favor of Heritage Hall. The Chargers having their way tonight with Millwood, and they put a new quarterback in, and all he did was take him down the field and get in the end zone for 6 more.
Very impressive pass, man. What a grab.
Chargers are having a good time tonight.
All smiles over here on the Heritage Hall side.
You've had success running the football, throwing the football. Your defense is pitching a shutout. And 43-0 is our score. So the Chargers will kick it away and get it back to Millwood. 2:33 left to go in our third quarter. Thanks for sticking around with us tonight. You're going to see how this Millwood team answers. It'd be easy to just say, okay, this one's over with. But I got a feeling they're going to keep fighting.
It's the Millwood way. They don't seem like a bunch of guys that are just going to give up.
Good look at one of our return men for Millwood tonight. Number 22 is Keontae Grizzard. And Heritage Hall will kick it away from their own 40-yard line. And before we go anywhere, we've got a penalty flag. So they're going to bring it back, see what the call is. Looked like they may have just left a little too early. So they'll get to kick it again. Bo Butler will take care of those duties. And the return man, one of the deep men for Millwood, number 26 is Larry Grizzard. It's the 18th penalty of the ball game. So we've had a few of those here tonight. And the kick. Butler, line drive kick. Goes flying into the end zone. Automatic touchback, and that'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Man, Butler sure does have a strong leg. Although that one wasn't his picture-perfect kickoff. Still, you can hear the way leather sounds when it touches his foot. He can really put some power behind it.
So a new set of downs for the Falcons. They'll put it in play from their own 20-yard line. Quarterback, Donnie Bly, the young freshman. Handoff in the backfield, breaks a couple of tackles, gets to the outside, still on his feet. That's a long run for about 4 or 5 yards. Great effort, though, by number 26, Grizzard.
Yeah, and if Everett doesn't make that tackle there near the sideline, he might still be running. Good job. Sees the initial contact, then just bounces off and takes it to the other side. And you can see Everett making an ankle tackle right there.
He ran about 40 yards to get 7. Running play up the middle. That'll get a few. Broussard again on the carry. Short gain this time, however. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. See what the Falcons dial up here.
3rd and 2.
Handoff straight ahead to the running back. And he will maybe get to the line of scrimmage. Give him about a half-yard gain in the play.
And that was just a good job by that left side of the defense because they just created a new line of scrimmage. He got contacted before he even got to, and had to fight to make it back to the line of scrimmage. So just good job being physical at the point of attack.
So it was enough for a 1st down. Falcons will keep the ball. They've not even started the play clock, so little end around as they get it to Keys. He goes left side, picks up a couple. Still on his feet. Still fighting. Great effort.
Great effort.
He has refused to go down all night long.
We talked about that before this series even started. Check out the replay. Just a jet sweep motion across the formation, and he gets the handoff. And again, just the number of guys trying to bring him to the ground, but he's able to stay on his 2 feet and pick up a couple more yards.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. It's all Chargers. Right now they're on top, leading 43-0. Millwood has the ball when we come back.
Shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We can help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on YurView or stream it online at yourview.com.
We're back at Heritage Hall. Falcons have the football, but they're trailing. Here's a running play. That's going to get 1st down yardage for them. And he just refuses to go down. What a great effort.
Yeah, fighting for extra yards there. Those extra yards gives them the 1st down.
Broussard again with a fine run. We were informed that we will have a running clock the rest of the way. Heritage Hall with a 43-0 lead. They've never looked back. They scored just over 2 minutes into the game and then scored again 5 minutes later. Led it 15-0 at the end of the 1st quarter. They were on top 22-0 at half and have continued to extend that lead here in the 2nd half. First and 10 for Millwood. Running play. Broussard again, 10, 12, 13 yards on that carry.
Yeah, big hole there on that right side. A good job of taking advantage of it.
I'm going to guess if we check that Heritage Hall defense, they may have some of those two deeps in there.
First and 10.
So a new set of downs, 1st and 10 for Millwood. See what they can do here. Running play, Grizzard once again. And he's still continuing to drive people backwards, carrying 4 different tacklers with him. Wow, that's impressive.
Just keeps those legs moving. Almost a high knee situation and avoiding a tackler here and there and picking up a good chunk of yards for this Millwood offense.
So another set of downs, 1st and 10 for Heritage Hall. Motion to the near side, handoff as they give it to Keys once again. And he's going to fight forward, pick up a couple of yards on the play.
Interesting strategy with Keys here in the second half, kind of deciding at the end of the third to kind of put him at that wide receiver position and just give him some jet sweep motion handoffs to kind of get him on the perimeter a little bit.
Handoff, and he's hit as soon as he gets the ball. Great job there by number 8 for the Chargers. That's Colson rushing.
He was definitely rushing to make that tackle. Just a miscommunication by the offensive line. Lets him in scot-free. And the running back pays for it.
I'm not seeing many of the starters on defense for Heritage Hall in there right now. So Millwood able to run the football to this point. Bly dropping back to pass, fires over the middle. And incomplete.
Dangerous throw there for Ray. He goes up and tries to get it before taking the big collision and letting the ball go.
So 4th and 9 coming up now for the Falcons. Clock running with 7:50 left to go in the ball game. Don't forget Putnam North, Putnam West next week here on Your View. Dropping the throw. Rolling. Still rolling. Now throwing down the field as a receiver just beyond his outstretched hands. And that'll turn it over on downs, and the Chargers will get it back. We'll take a timeout. Come back 43-0 our score. Heritage Hall on top.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on Your View or stream it online at yourview.com.
One of the longest-running syndicated television series is back, America's Black Forum, a weekly series highlighting the latest in our lifestyles, business, entertainment, and finance. We introduce you to entrepreneurs who are making their mark in the business world and leaders who are fighting for change.
Welcome to America's Black Forum.
Tune in each week to know what's happening in our world today on America's Black Forum.
America's Black Forum. Check your local listings for air dates and times.
The Charger cheerleaders, they've had a lot to cheer about tonight. Their team on top, leading it by a score of 43-0. We've got 7:15 left to go in our contest here tonight. Chargers will take over on downs. In at quarterback now for Heritage Hall, that is Harper Slavonic. And a miscommunication on the snap. Slavonic comes up with it, but he's going to be taken down for a big loss on the play. Well, that's why you put those guys in there, so they can get used to the action on Friday nights. Take a look.
Yeah, that snap just came in a little hot.
Yeah, it did.
Couldn't handle it.
77, John Hayes, senior center, fired it back there. Slavonic wasn't quite ready for that tempo, I don't think. Second and 23. Pass out here to the near side. And a penalty flag is going to come out. You can see the white hat behind the play just watching it. So they'll bring this one back. That would be the 19th penalty of the night.
He is holding his Chargers.
I was about to say stops the clock, but we have a running clock, so it does not stop the clock. So they'll reset. The ball will be spotted at the 8.5 yard line. Slavonic is your quarterback. Got a back right next to him. He's going to take the handoff and get hit and drop for a loss in the play. Number 9 with the carry, sorry. That's Ty Butler.
Ran into his own teammate there on that left side. Stopped his forward progress. Couldn't recover afterwards.
So that'll bring up a fourth down and 34, sorry. So the scoreboard said 4th and 34, but the down marker said 3rd, so it is now 4th down. Wondered how come they didn't have the punt team in there. So 4th down coming up. Chargers will exchange their unit, bring on the punting team. Just the 3rd punt of the night for the Chargers. And checking into the lineup to take care of those duties. Here's number 31, that is Bo Butler. He's taking care of the kicking duties for tonight. Done a fine job. Puts a foot into this one. Bounces at about the 40-yard line and will roll dead at the 45. 3:40 to go. 43-0. Chargers on top.
Hola a todos, tenemos profesionales legales listos para responder sus preguntas. Si ha resultado lesionado en un accidente que no fue su culpa, llámenos ahora mismo para hablar con un representante, obtener respuestas a sus preguntas y conocer cuánto vale su caso. Soy Victoria García y estoy con el portavoz y personalidad de la televisión, Milo Sánchez. Milo, dile a todos los que nos miran en casa quién debería llamar en este momento.
Bueno, Victoria, es como lo has dicho, cualquier persona que haya resultado herida en un accidente que no fue su culpa puede llamar ahora mismo. Le ofreceremos una consulta gratuita y le informaremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Entonces, ¿qué tipo de llamadas está recibiendo nuestro equipo hoy?
Bueno, Victoria, estamos recibiendo llamadas de todo tipo de accidente, pero lo más común es los accidentes automovilísticos. Por lo tanto, si usted ha sido lesionado en un accidente, llame ahora, le diremos cuánto vale su caso.
Gracias, Milo. Llame ahora.
Welcome back, everybody. It's got to be a happy Brett Bogert with the way his team has played tonight. His dad, Andy Bogert, the former head coach here, just left a while ago as he has cleared out his position in the press box. Millwood on offense.
Did a good job calling some offensive plays today,
Yes,
didn't he?
Certainly did. Here's another run for the Falcons. It's Grizzard once again. He's been busy late in this second half.
Good vision by Grizzard right there, seeing that the outside wasn't contained and he could scamper for a couple of yards over there.
We go under 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. Pick up a 5 on the play, brings up 2nd and 5. From the Chargers' 40-yard line. Millwood trying to get some points on the board here. And Grizzard again has running room. It just keeps fighting. You're about to call him down and he slips a tackle, breaks a tackle. Just keeps on fighting. Coach Franklin, you're telling the rest of the team, watch what this guy does and how hard he works. New set of downs now at 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage at the 31-yard line in Charger territory. Bly drops, throws, right side, caught. They had a hold of him, but he breaks the tackle, gets into the secondary, racing down the sidelines and into the end zone. Touchdown for the Falcons, Carter Ray.
Great moves in the open field by Carter Ray. A dead leg breaking the tackle, nice cutback, and gets into the end zone for the Falcon touchdown. Take another look at this. Watch him elude this tackle, showing the strength to break it. Then nice move right there. And watch this last move. Woo! Nice little cutback to get inside the end zone.
So they'll go for the extra point attempt. Denver Young, the kicker for Millwood. Snap is too high. And he's just going to throw it out there, incomplete. And the clock continues to run with a minute left to go. But Millwood is on the board. They get their first score of the night with just over a minute to play in the ball game. And that makes our score now 43-6. Great job by Coach Franklin and the Falcons to never say quit, never say die.
Yeah.
Referee and Coach Franklin talking about the running clock, I'm sure. See if he's going to let it run out or say they want to kick it back off again. Looks like they're calling it. As they shake hands and depart. And that's going to do it. Our final score here tonight, Millwood scores on the final play of the ball game. 43-6. The Heritage Hall Chargers victorious tonight over Millwood. Two teams will congratulate each other on a great night of football. And we'll take a timeout. 43-6 is our final score. We'll be back for our wrap-up. Stay with us.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Listen, shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
The Ford Game of the Week on Your View is sponsored by Oklahoma Ford Dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma. And by the Brooks Clinic. They offer walk-in appointments with no out-of-pocket cost. Our multi-specialty doctors are the Oklahoma City auto injury experts. Call 405-943-0303. Welcome back, everybody. Final score once again, 43-6 as the Chargers. And there you see them with Coach Bogert get the victory tonight over the Millwood Falcons. Let's take a look now at our smart call of the game. It's brought to you courtesy of Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. Learn more at cox.com/mobile.
Yeah, and our smart call of the game is the first touchdown of the game. Put the ball in number 3's hand. Gerard Williams Jr. taking that thing all the way into the end zone, all the way across the field, showing off those nifty moves and showing off that speed. Hit the sideline, young man. That is our smart call of the game, Steve.
Brought to you by Cox Mobile. Learn more at coxmobile.com/mobile. We'll take a timeout and be right back. Stay with us.
Listen, shopping for insurance.
Whoa. The unexpected can happen to any of us. That's why SelectQuote makes it easy to get the life insurance coverage you need to protect your family for less than $1 a day. We could help you save more than 50% on life insurance, whether you need $100,000 or $10 million in coverage.
Even with high blood pressure, SelectQuote found me a $500,000 policy for only $16 a month.
Our licensed insurance agents aggressively comparison shop highly rated companies to find your best rate.
My $500,000 policy is only $18 a month. That's half of what I was paying before.
Make sure your family is protected from the unexpected.
Visit our website or call 800-590-7212 to get started today. That's 800-590-7212. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Discover what inspires people from all walks of life to dedicate themselves to giving back and learn about opportunities to help out in your own community. Watch Doing More Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Saturday only on Your View or stream it online at yourview.com.
Take a dash of regular guy.
I'm torn.
And a tablespoon of creativity.
It will make you a star in your home with your friends and family.
Add a splash of effort and a lot of fun.
I love tailgate day. Look how beautiful that is.
And you have a recipe for inspiring meals.
You can pull off things that are pretty good by cheating a little bit. So good, so good. Sam the Cooking Guy. We're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta watch.
Sam the Cooking Guy, only on Your View.
Welcome back, everybody. 43-6, our final score. You see it there once again here at Heritage Hall. And time now for tonight's play of the game. It's brought to you by your Oklahoma Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Yeah, our play of the game, you know I love this, Steve, a defensive play of the game. And what a trip. Trip Thomas gets the interception and turns that thing into a touchdown. Pick 6 for Trip. Yeah, that's right. Our play of the game, number 1, Trip Thomas.
All right, and then that will take us to our player of the game, and that is brought to you by the Brooks Clinic.
Well, when you score 43 points and you get it from a number of guys, you kind of got to give it to the guy who was dealing it to everybody. Lawson, big Lawson turning into points over there, giving his guys opportunities. You can see his stats on the board right there. 16 of 20 passing, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, keeping the thing clean and giving his wide receivers opportunities in the end zone. Lawson is our player of the game.
Pretty nice when you can go 16 out of 20 and be our player of the game. No question about it. Great job tonight for the Heritage Hall Chargers as they win it by our final score of 43-6. Thanks for joining us here this evening. For my partner, Deanna Amane, we certainly do appreciate. Don't forget to join us again next week when we have a game that will feature Putnam North and Putnam City West. Thanks again. We'll see you next week, everybody. Join us again on Your View.
If you're living with diabetes and using insulin, you know the pain of pricking your fingers over and over again. By wearing a small device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you can reduce the pain of pricking your fingers right away. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline today and learn about the latest CGM technology. Not only can a CGM immediately reduce pain, it's accurate, easy to use, and helps you make better diabetes treatment decisions. And if you have Medicare or private insurance, you can see if you qualify for a CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost. We'll also provide free shipping of your new CGM, and we'll bill your insurance company for you. If you use insulin daily, you might be eligible to get your own continuous glucose monitor. So call the US Med Diabetic Health Hotline to see if you qualify for a CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Get ready to travel coast to coast meeting the next generation of star athletes. We'll start on the West Coast with an elite wide receiver, then make our way all across the nation to Tampa to meet a top quarterback prospect. We'll also make stops in Texas and Utah, and we'll introduce you to a rising soccer star in Colorado as well. That's all coming up next on Sports Stars of Tomorrow.